Thank you, Josh. If I want to be effective with a messer, I need to be at least this close to him to deliver some kind of well-placed cut. Yes, I can hit him with the false edge, which not all messers have, but some do. For the Kuchner system, we're going to assume that they all have a false edge here on the back end. I can wound him. It's not going to be as committed. To make a committed cut, I have to be close to him. The problem is, when we are this close to the other person, things happen really, really, really fast. So one word that Kuchner also uses a lot is the word simultaneously. In the Germanic school, we have vor, nach, and indes. The before, the after, and then right in the middle, indes. If I go after him, I'm reacting to him. If I go before him, I'm winning, right? I've seized the initiative. That's the game. So think of this system as very much constantly trying to keep the other person reacting while you're the one dictating the terms. So if I'm constantly reacting to my opponent and doing nothing but parrying, he is always going to be able to gain initiative on me. So what I would give you as a quick takeaway, if you left right now, if you were like, this guy Gabe, I hate him, at least take this away with you. Don't be afraid to take initiative. You have to control your opponent, and one of the best ways to control them is to keep them reacting. So if someone does anything close to your face, right? You throw a hand, your first reaction is usually to close your eyes, it's a very defensive thing, and you pull back, right? Ah. Use that analogy in your brain to say that's what you need to keep them doing, is reacting to any kind of stimulus that you provide. Easier. The beater's job is really only to present a blade to the other person at different attack angles. You can be sneaky if you want. You can, here it comes on this side, here it is over here. What this person is going to focus on, what the receiver is focusing on, is defense and footwork. So if you are going to parry, and you find, let's say I'm going to parry here on my left side, and my left foot is forward, as part of my defense, I'm going to want to turn my foot that is forward into my back foot. And that's usually because if I parry his attack, especially with machetes where there is no cross guard, he'll just come down and cut my leg. It hurts. He doesn't have to kill me to put me in a really bad state. So what I'm going to do is whenever I parry, I'm going to move forward. See, you aren't moving back, you're moving forward. The closer you get to the other person, now you're seizing initiative. You're starting to claim something. If he attacks me on the other side, same thing. Josh cuts at me on this side and I forget to move my leg. What I would recommend is, as a partner, you just wait. You know he's done something wrong. Exactly. Okay, cool. And then he'll offer another one. And we're not going fast. I'm not here to parry and then, I'm gonna threaten him with my point all the time. No, just work on your parries, get used to moving your body out of the way, and staying measured. That's it, very simple little game. So do it for a couple minutes if you want to partner up, and I'm just gonna walk around and start pointing at feet every now and then. Why, you may ask, why do we put the hand? Not only is it a posture thing, as I told you a couple people here, and that promotes good posture, it also protects this hand. Because if this hand is out here, and I'm like, I'm in trouble now. Ouch. To a position of any kind of I'll call it authority, right? If I'm here, it's still a target. He can just very easily, if I'm going to grapple with him, and I'm in a position, I'm like, all right, now we're pretty close. Grabbing's gonna start. It's not that much more time for this hand to just snake and start grabbing, right? If I have two hands on the blade, stand here. It's like the same thing, just with one hand. Another thing with his book is you're going to find that it's the Lichtenauer tradition with a sword in one hand. All we're doing is here. Now, you don't really feel like you're guarding anything though, right? Because you're really not. This is an invitation. If you see someone with their blade low, generally this area is what you're like, I'm going to get there first. I'm going to hit that. So if you're going to be in this position, you better have something ready. Josh throws a low cut at me. Sure. If Josh throws a low cut, I'm going to squat down and receive it. Your knees are going to hate you. But, because we are dealing with very short blades, if I parry, let's say we can parry high attack, and then he starts bringing it low, low, low. There's kind of a point of diminishing return where I'm going to be like, it's just too short. I can't cover what I can with a long sword. So, ideally, instead of parrying like this, I'm going to parry my low cuts like this. I'm going to actually still pretty stable. And here's where your thumb is also going to be like this. Yeah. So not only will you get awesome legs, but your thumbs are going to be great. And the same thing on the other side, I'm going to. So if you throw a low cut, just practice that. Stay structured, and all you're doing is just lowering your plane. You're going from parrying up here to, you are now here. There it is, right?
How standard.
So here it is. Josh is really strong. We covered this, right? This is the first play of Zornhound. Ideally, if Josh doesn't cover very, very strongly, but Josh is a good cover. If Josh didn't cover strongly and we crossed our blades, I would just immediately turn the blade up and offer him that point. Game over. But Josh is good. Josh has good structure. So when Josh parried and I started that turn, he's already pushed my weak off. What do I do? Remember the triangle steps we were working on? I can take a step in this direction, turn my blade. He's overcommitted. I've offered again, the same thing. I've offered now another thrust. If at first you don't succeed, thrust and thrust again. So we're going to scalp your opponent. So it's the same thing. We can start in the same position. Blade on the right shoulder. We're going to throw, and instead of meeting him here like he's expecting, I'm going to break my wrist and allow that point to just bonk him right in the face.